Okay, hello, welcome to Books to Huda! Today is a little more of a serious topic. The Diverseathon read-along is happening starting Monday, September 12th through the 19th, and I want to participate in it, and I'm going to. And I just watched Between Chapters video about, why diversity matters to her, and it made me want to speak up about why it matters to me. And just like in her video where she said, now you look at me and see, a white woman who does happen to be straight and able-bodied, and, what do you have to say about diversity? Which is something I've asked myself quite a bit, because what do I have to say? But the answer is, my fiance is Indian, which I may have said on here before, I may have not. Well, I've been a part of a biracial couple for 9 years, but when we are getting married now, so that ups the stakes a little bit. So if we ever have children, my children will be biracial, and I want them to feel represented, and I want them to be able to live and not feel excluded from things, as any potential parent would. Diversity is also important to me because I believe that people are people. Everyone is a person, and we all deserve to be treated as such. Is that such a radical notion? A favorite bumper sticker I see at my school all the time is, feminism is the radical notion that women are people. And I feel like, yeah, people are people, and it is the right thing to treat people as people, not in any other way. So, hence participation in the Diverseathon. The reason I've got White Teeth up here today is because White Teeth was an eye-opening book for me in terms of diverse reading habits. I read this in my post-colonial literature class in grad school, and this was the first book that I read that I felt just so lost for the first, I don't know, let's see, I probably have it marked. So until chapter 15, which is called Chalfinism versus Bowdoinism, I didn't understand what I was feeling as I was reading this book, but I was so disengaged with it, despite the brilliance of the writing, because I didn't connect with any of the characters. And once the Chalfins showed up, I had a terrifying moment because I realized why I suddenly felt engaged with this book. It's because the Chalfins were a white family. And I finally saw myself in this book. And I am ashamed to say that that is a feeling I've never had when reading a book before. And that should show you something about literature and the canon and all that, because I've read quite a few books in my time, and I never felt that. Ever. At least I never recognized that feeling. And, I mean, when I read this, I think I was 26. That's a lot of years to go without having that feeling. When I turn that around and think of all of the books that are written specifically with, people who look like me as an audience, think about all the people that exclude. That's why I want to be a part of Diverseathon. So, White Teeth is not on my TBR for this, but it is the book that changed my reading mind about things. If you haven't read White Teeth by Zadie Smith, you should. It's super important and really good. Getting to my actual Diverseathon TBR. So, I realize this is only 7 days, and this is an ambitious TBR. I just wanted to read all the things, as I always do. I wanted to start with Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, which I'm super excited to read recently because of Always We Should All Be Feminists, which we all should, and Rosianna Haas Rojas's video about Chimamanda's books, like all of them. All of those covers are beautiful. As always, the UK covers are better, but I haven't read anything of hers except this, and I really enjoyed that. I've taught some of it to my students, and so I really want to read this because this is supposed to be very good. Half of a Yellow Sun is the one Rosianna likes best, and I definitely want to get that because of that. This is the one I have right now. I think I got this used, and it's in like perfect shape. Hooray. Oh, this will be one. I'm out of space. My bookshelves are brand new and I'm out of flippin' space already. Next, Anne, author that cherish from the Motley News. I will link her below. Her channel is focused about being a black woman in America. I've learned a lot from Cherish's channel and from just being friends with her, because she's a wonderful person. Go follow her. Anyway, she suggested that I read The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri, but I don't have The Namesake, so I'm going for Interpreter of Maladies, which is a short story collection, and apparently winner of the Pulitzer Prize, so it's probably pretty okay. This has been sitting on my shelf for a while. Want to get into it. May not read the whole thing, see how it goes. Then, I'm hoping, I just bought this, it's in perfect condition, I'm excited about it, The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. I know I read a short story by Amy Tan when I took American fiction. Great class. I wish I'd read more American literature, at least by that teacher. You need the right teacher, I think, for all classes. Hopefully this is good, and it has a very pretty cover, and I really don't know anything else about it. Toni Morrison. I adored Beloved, which I read in that same class. That was a great class. I picked up at Savers Sula, which is in the same collection, so yay, they match. I think Erin Dillman read this and really liked it, and it's short-ish, so I feel like I could probably tackle it in a couple of days, which would be good for this Diverseathon read-along. And Toni Morrison is always a good idea, so I'm reading that, hopefully. And then lastly, this one I've had on my shelf for a while. It's The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Tao, also a Pulitzer Prize winner. I bought it because it has the words J.R.R. Tolkien on the back, which is about the whitest thing that anyone could probably say. So I really don't know anything about it, except it's, you know, it was a bestseller. People like it a lot. I should read it, probably. So if I get to this, cool. I think that will be the end of the TBR portion. I have a couple of recommendations. Just, you know, if you're looking to read something diverse, just, you know, if it's not White Teeth, what else have I read that's diverse that I think is good? Because why not? Zadie Smith's On Beauty. Essentially all of Zadie Smith. If you're looking for something that, you know, is kind of not as intellectually intimidating as a novel, I would recommend Fun Home by Alison Bechdel. It's great. It's a graphic memoir about growing up as a lesbian in a, you know, and she found out her father was, or maybe she knew, I don't remember. It's been a couple of years. This I also read in that American fiction class. But he was closeted gay, and it's great. Alison Bechdel is awesome. See, this is the problem. I'm like looking at my shelf and I'm like, what else is diverse that I've read? Not much. Shame. 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 Oh, well. One of my favorite books. Carry On. Well, I mean, if you're looking for a YA option, I'm pointing at all of my Clockwork and Mortal Instruments series books up there, because there's diversity in there. Ooh. Oh. Oh, I'm adding this to my TBR. I forgot about this, even though it's been on my shelf. I bought this a while back, when I was writing my critical history paper on Gone with the Wind. I bought the parody, which is called The Wind Done Gone. This was the focus / beginning of a lawsuit because it says the unauthorized parody. I think this is from the point of view of Scarlett's biracial sister. Add this to the possible TBR because I've been wanting to read this for a while. It's probably really awesome. And it seems to be in the same vein as Wide Sargasso Sea, which takes Jane Eyre and looks at Bertha's point of view, and this is fantastic. If you have read Jane Eyre and you like it, you should read Wide Sargasso Sea. This was in my post-colonial class as well. I think that's enough of me blathering, as usual. You know, I hope you join in on the Diverseathon. If you're doing the Diverseathon read along, let me know below. I would love to hear recommendations. Hello, goodbye, Books to Huda out. Vegeta's a saying. That counts, right? No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. This is a serious topic, Sandy. Stop making jokes.